Hey there, friend. Look at that. What is going on here? My goodness. Hey there, and welcome to this, I would say, abortion of a live stream. I feel like shit. I feel awful. I haven't done one of these in a while for a multitude of reasons. Number one, my T-Mobile was out for the area. And here's the thing, the clever part about having your home internet and your phone coincide with the same data plan. If one goes off, they both go off. So if they happen to be doing construction for a 5G tower near your area that's going to absorb all the brain waves of every living being within a 100-mile vicinity, your internet's down. So unfortunately, that's what happened. But coincidentally, it seemed to coincide with me getting disgustingly sick. Awful. And yet still, you see videos up on the channel, right? You see me uploading on the PigCake Magic Academy. It doesn't matter that I'm sick or dying or that I can't even smell. I put on cologne today. I couldn't smell it. And it's not COVID, all right? Is I got it after the fact, but awful the things we endure as humans, and yet your boy doesn't stop. Your boy doesn't stop. As a matter of fact, look at that. I even have a new drop.
This is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
All your hate is not welcome here. Okay, so have it leave, have it go somewhere else, because it's not welcome here in the neighborhood. And by neighborhood, I mean the neighborhood. Welcome to the live stream. We have an action-packed episode. We're going to talk about a lot of things. In particular, the name of today's episode is FOREX Magicians, because I've come across a group of people that claim that Forex, foreign exchange, is the secret to life. And spoiler, it's a pyramid scheme. It's a pyramid scheme. So I just find these videos to make me feel better. Every time I feel down on myself, I look at videos like the one that I'm going to show you today, and I immediately feel better. Even if I'm sick, even if I feel ravished and like I just got demolished by a fairly sizable black man, doesn't matter. I feel better about my life and where I'm standing. John McCowan says, hello, my pignets. What's your favorite color today? Mine is the same as usual, clear. That's depressing. I know you mean by clear. My favorite color tends to be red. I think me and my brother, when we were younger, we assigned our favorite colors based on kindergarten, and we've stuck to those colors ever since. It's kind of crazy how much things carry over from then, right? So if you happen to have some sort of experience that maybe makes you like a certain type of person, it was earlier in life, and it reflects later in life. There's some Freudian thing there, I'm sure. Fuck construction. Fuck T-Mobile. Chris Hannibal out here picketing, protesting. And I'm with you, man. Hello from Germany. And what's going on, brother? What's up, my dog? Of course, every time I see you, Harry, on Instagram, I immediately regret any time I've ever spent dedicated to practicing the virginity that I spend on a daily basis, which is magic. I find myself practicing little moves and realizing, wow, this is pointless. One thing I have to remind myself is that I'm a magician. I know. It hurts, but I have to remind myself. I went to a magic lecture a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago, Thursday, Wednesday. I forgot what day it is. The days have become a blur ever since my nose decided to go into battle with the rest of my body. And I went to a magic lecture by two very, very nice Spaniards. As a matter of fact, they stayed over. They slept on this couch. It's a pull-out. And they slept here. And I drunkenly slept here. It's not a big apartment. But I was so drunk that I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Stay, go ahead. It's easier than finding an Airbnb. And I was demolished because we went to another guy's house that fed us cheap wine until I passed out. It was a weird time. It's definitely a weird time, and reinforces the fact that magic lectures are the same everywhere, right? I assume a magic lecture, and one of the things that I want to do in my magic career, my goodness, how gay does that sound, is I want to lecture, right? I want to do a lecture for a group of people. I want to show them what I've learned across the years of doing magic tricks and my style, right? I have a lecture written up. As a matter of fact, I've had it written up for about a year and a half now, going over a bunch of various tricks and moves and philosophies and ideas. And I want to do it. But then I realized, attending these lectures, that the average age is dead. right? It's the norm. I went to a couple lectures with Peter when I was in England, and it's the same. I go to a lecture here in Miami, Florida, sunny Miami, Florida, where the magic scene is pretty dead. And if it's not, it's barely clinging on to life. There are people coming into the meeting in walkers, right? They're bringing their bitches. And by bitches, I mean other old ladies. So it's a weird vibe to go to a magic lecture. I don't know if you guys experience the same things. Maybe it might just be in my infinite, my lack of experience in that venture. But the ones that I've gone to, at least anecdotally, have been full of old people, have been full of a bunch of grandfathers and people that if you told them to act their age, they'd fall over and die. So let me know. Don't get me wrong, right? There's a couple old people that could still bring it and still get it and still contribute. But for the most part, they're old people that they're shaking. They're shaking, and not out of nervousness like the majority of you virgins. They're shaking out of fucking dementia. So let me know if that's the same with you guys. But it was the same, and it was interesting because this magician was going over a bunch of stuff. Let me make sure. I know one of them was Ruby, right? I saw him in Blackpool. Ruby Perez. And the other one, so I don't ruin the name, is Marcos. So I didn't want to ruin their names. Marcos Waldemar, and they were showing some great stuff. But my goodness, was the unfortunate downside of attending that lecture, realizing that our craft is dominated by old people. That's a lot of magic talk. I don't really like to go into magic talk on these podcasts, but alas, I do realize that this is a magic channel, and I do have to reel it back sometimes. But I did go to a magic lecture, and might as well share with you my experience. Let's see. I'll just keep it here again. PigCake, Penguin Live needs to happen. I don't know. I've heard that they stopped doing them. From a couple different places. I've heard that some sort of issue that they have. Obviously, anything you put out in magic that's video form is very prone to be pirated. Whereas, physical form, you still have to buy the thing. So it's very easy to share it or sell it on these shitty websites like Erdnace, whatever the fuck. So I figured it's not worth it for them, even though the lectures were quite amazing. I would say the ones that they did, I've seen a bunch. Obviously, I bought a bunch not bought a bunch, but shared with cohorts. Gotta say, intermingling amongst the friends that I have in the magic community, and they're amazing. They're always great, but I have to say, if it's not going to make sense financially, then obviously you got a business to run. So we're doing them, but much less every year, right? I imagine for the similar reason that it's iffy to do them. Obviously, Chris, you know better than I am. I'm just speculating based on rumblings, but it would make sense if it's not financially feasible. Why do it if people are just going to, take it? So you learn everything you need to know in life by the age of 5. No wonder you stick with the colorette since childhood. You're a pig cake. I'm a pig cake. But the lecture was interesting. It was definitely some interesting stuff in it. The last one I saw was Joshua J. And again, that made me realize that the average age is dead. And Joshua J is doing these wonderfully eloquent things. He's doing his tricks, the way with his presentations. And you see these old people just taking notes. And you look at the notes and they're gibberish. It's garbage. It's just like, oh, coin vanish. Yeah, you're going to remember coin vanish from what he did, which is about 100 different ways to vanish a coin. I'm with Midsummer. All right, I'm with Midsummer. If you're not familiar with this movie, Midsummer, spoiler alert, they kill you if you reach the age of 70, right? So the elders in the village, once you reach the age of 70, if I remember correctly, they kill you. I'm with that. So vote for me for president in the next coming term, and your boy's going to make sure that we don't have old people anymore. They suck at driving. They stink, right? And on top of that, they fill up these magic lectures, and they just take up space. So sign me up for president. Oof, homeboy's still dying. Yeah, I'm still perishing slowly. I need a cough button, I've realized, on this channel. But I probably forget to turn it on and then have it be one of these situations where, I don't know if you remember the old ham radio days back in the day where we had a mute button and it would sometimes go off unexpectedly. And you'd have segments of the show that would just be in complete silence. And then I'd watch back in it, sweating out of anger, realizing Daniel wasn't doing his job as producer. Oh, God. Isn't a majority of Florida just old retirees? Yeah, but Miami's different. Miami's different. It's like the only part of Florida where the rules of greater Florida don't apply. This Florida man meme that you hear a lot is not in Miami. It's not in Miami or Fort Lauderdale. As a matter of fact, it's north of Fort Lauderdale. The moment you cross past Broward County, that's when Florida becomes the Florida man meme. And that's really Georgia. So we're getting a lot of Georgia shit. Oh, why doesn't Georgia get more shit? Instead, we're here in sunny South Florida, northern Cuba, where they filmed, by the way, the greatest television show of all time. I'm convinced, Miami Vice. We're cool, calculated, right? The art scene is hot. Everything is great down here. But we get roped in with the Florida man meme. You're ignoring California. You're ignoring New York. You're ignoring Georgia. Come on, be better.
Be better. Be better. Be better.
The hate is not tolerated here.
This is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
This is the Gaberhood. That's one of the greatest videos I've ever seen in my entire life, by the way. If you have a chance, I don't have it loaded up here, but you could see what's going on. And people have taken pictures at that spot. They go, hey, I'm here at the Gaberhood. Which is, by the way, I'm going to stop there because YouTube is really stringent on things you can and can't say. And the worst part is, just a little peeling back the curtains here, they give you the option of monetizing your video, and they trust you, right? They initially trust you, and they say, hey, we're going to trust you with the monetization status of your video. But if we find out that you're lying about things you've said, for example, if you rate your video as inappropriate language, and they give you a bunch of things behind the scenes that you could check off on. I do it accurately every time, but apparently not accurate enough, because you have to really keep in mind the little things you might say in videos. So if I make a joke, for example, about that particular individual, now I have to check off a box in my monetization little box thing that says made fun of marginalized groups, right? I have to check that off behind the scenes in my YouTube thing. So I hate that. I'm not a fan of that. You need to do this podcast in the back of a horse. I mean, a mighty steed. And not some pathetic pony. You really would look cool. John, you're typing the way that I used to type. I found one of my old phones recently to see the sort of messages that I would send shotties back in the day. And you're typing exactly the way I typed, which is a lot of dots. Oh, God. Looking back on those, I was cringing at the messages that I would send these poor girls. So let me see what video I want to show you here. First, might as well talk about girls, right? That's a good way to start a video. This is one that's gotten popular as of late. Yo, hashtag cough stream. I don't know if you could hear it if I cough here. Yeah, you could hear it. Okay. Maybe not as loud as if I cough here, but at least it's an improvement. So unfortunately, hot girls get away with so much stuff, man. And I was talking to a couple over the week, and it's interesting. One of the things that I mentioned was that hot white girls are like indestructible. They'll get hit by a car, they'll land on their neck, they'll fall off a horse, and they'll just get up, and it's like quirky. Oh, look, it's just Kennedy, right? They always have some weird name that should be a last name, but it's their first name, and they just stand up. Oh, yeah, that happens to me all the time. They'll just get whacked off of a scooter. They'll just be riding a scooter and just do 8 front flips and they're all right. Meanwhile, I get lightly hit by a Suburban and my ankle's broken and now I have to deal with possible surgery, right? It's a different thing with men for some odd reason. But here's something they get away with. Being dumb. Hot girls get away with being dumb. Look at that smooth transition, boys. Here we have a very attractive lady driving a Tesla. And this has 20 million views. She pulls her pants up, her high-waisted pants. Now, the video, I believe, is from England, right? This is a rarity in England, by the way, which is an attractive woman. You see, right? Usually, at least in my time in England. Sorry, I'm stopping this video so frequently, but I want to point out things that are based on experience in England. The women tend to be atrocious. The only time I saw attractive women was in Newcastle, and it was still mixed with, weird people, I would say, people of that I wouldn't necessarily find attractive. And here it's a shoddy, a very attractive shoddy driving a Tesla.
Bro, there's an electric car. Bro, do they not understand? Do they not understand? It's electric. They can't put petrol in it. Love, you've got an electric car, mate. That's how you can tell it's a rental.
Now, I don't know if this is like a parody. I don't know if this is like a fake video. That's the one thing I hate about 2023. You don't know it's parody anymore. So you'll watch one of these and you'll say, oh, look at this idiot. Ha ha. Look at this dumb woman driving an electric car trying to pump it full of gas. Doesn't she know? Doesn't she know? Ha ha. She's moronic. And then it turns out, oh, it's a skit. Right? But this seems at least completely... Well, also, why were they recording? Maybe because they saw the Tesla pull up. But at the same time, I've parked and then gotten something and then driven right off. So it could have been that she just parked there. So I was wondering why they started recording her from before she even did the farce of trying to pump gas in her electric car.
I actually understand that it's electric. They don't take petrol.
Petrol? Oh, God.
Mate,
Takes petrol.
What are you honestly doing? Mate,
Damn, she is fine, though. Let me tell you.
I reckon that you should go out.
Sorry to simp, but...
Go.
What a woman. Oh my goodness. Stop it. Okay. I'm going to take this off before I get wrecked. How women get away with murder. And I don't know what it is. They're indestructible. I think the end of the video, she realized it. Let me see if there's anything worth it. No, she just keeps wondering and then eventually drives off. There isn't anything interesting. Obviously, all the comments are the green color to the left is to show you that the video is fully electric. You only see that in the UK. I guess that's somebody's asking about the tag. People actually think this is real. Bless her heart. So the idea, of course, being, no, it's a skit. It's a skit. No, I believe it. I believe it because I've seen idiocy okay. There's a certain thing that I see at the gas station that infuriates me. And that is the stretch hoses. I don't know if you're familiar with this. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of states where they pump gas for you. I thought slavery was abolished. What? Pumping gas for you? Have an attendant pump gas for you because you don't know what to do? You take it out, you pick the number, and you put it in your car. It's not rocket science. You didn't need to go through training to learn how to do it. It's intuitive. My goodness. But I've seen people where they come in with the car on the other and they pull the fucking thing, putting it over the car and then putting it from the wrong side. And then the machine, oh, look, no, it could do it. You could stretch it. I get into an argument with a friend of mine every time we go to Sam's Club, or BJ's rather, because they have these devices where you could pull it. You look retarded. Be better.
Be better. Be better. Be better.
Bring your car from the right side. If
You
you
could
look,
stop at 5 or 6 stores, or just one.
it scared the shit out of me.
Bigfoot did 9/11. We can't keep letting the hairy son of a bitch get away with this.
Thank you, Robert Dobbs, for donating exactly how much? You donated $9.11. And it still doesn't add to the beer fund. What kind of shit is that? See, I put a beer fund here for shits and giggles, just because if you hate money, just throw it at me. Why not? Right? Yeah, put it here. And I guess that's only if, might as well take it off if it's not going to work. I guess that's only through Streamlabs. Either way, you said Bigfoot did 9/11. I keep seeing videos on like 9/11 conspiracies. I think Magic Buzz, you might have an interesting take on that if you're around. Right, Magic Buzz. I feel like you might have a very interesting take on a lot of things, such as 9/11. Right, that was I remember having with my previous coworker. 9/11 was like an hour and a half conversation about different organizations. Like, well, you know, I'm all about the conspiracy, right? I'm all about that conspiracy, but I think that one is pretty Occam's razor, right? It's a very Occam's razor thing. Let's see. Incredible. Grass-fed Gary says, do you have COVID? No, I have a cold. I have a cold, an awful cold or flu, maybe. I don't think it's COVID because I lost my taste. Sorry, not my taste, my smell, but I lost my smell yesterday and I've been sick since Thursday. So usually smell is one of the first things to go with COVID. I think I read that somewhere. And then if it's a cold, it's towards the end of the cold that you lose your sense of smell, potentially. So I'm not a doctor. Last 9/11 video I saw was a recreation of it in Minecraft, says Manel. That's accurate, I feel. That's on par with Minecraft gamers, right? Recreate 9/11 and Iwo Jima and Pearl Harbor, all these other things. Hot girls are so dumb. Yeah, so that was my rant on that. You pull the fucking gas thing, just put it from the right side. Park it from the right side and put the gas. If you look at the gas, it tells you what side your pump is on. Come on. You don't have to think anymore. Trying to fill a Tesla with gas is somehow less cringe than SpongeBob magic. That is true. Every time I see one of these magicians and they pull out sponge balls in a casual situation, right? I've only seen it a couple times from afar. I think once many, many years ago. And I think I was still a teenager. And I saw a magician just like kind of casually showing sponge balls to his friends. Oh, God. Hey, you take these things that don't exist anywhere else out of your pocket. Now, again, if it's a situation where you are paid to perform, it's almost expected that you're going to have some virgin-y prop, right? But if you're casually in a bar and somebody goes, hey, man, what do? You get into conversation. And then homeboy says, hey, magic tricks. And you pull out SpongeBob, be better. Be better.
Be better. Be better.
This is the Gaberhood.
This is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
That one doesn't work for a lot of things, I've realized. The Gaberhood, right? Does it not work? I feel like it doesn't. There's Gaberhood is a good one. I considered a drop there, but
You could stop at 5 or 6 stores or just one.
People like PigCake did 911.
people like PigCake did 911. That's I gotta tell you, it's accurate. That's definitely accurate, Magic Buzz. Thank you for that. And you dropped a Canadian, 15 Canadian. I didn't know you were Canadian. I didn't know you were a traitor, Magic Buzz. I thought you were a patriot. I thought you were one of us, a cohort. Instead, you're out here. You're out here being what do you call this? A Canadian Trudeau. Oh. Let me see. No, that didn't. Okay, so it is a Streamlabs thing. I just want to make sure there. But I do appreciate the hot bucks. Oh boy, you ever like want to just hang yourself constantly? But unfortunately, my ceiling fan is weak. It's built by an old Cuban man. What was it I was going to mention? Oh, speaking of old Cuban man and 9/11, my building manager, for lack of a better term, and card designer, mentioned this story to me. His father, as a matter of fact, mentioned this story to me, that there was an old man, a youngish Arab man that would frequent the coffee shop that he would go to here in Miami. I believe down Corway. It was a coffee shop that now it's a different thing. But the story was that this guy would come in every day and have a cafe cubano, one of those little coffees and milk, right? But done Cuban. And this guy would come in and be very polite. And, one day he didn't show up. And he didn't show up for a couple days. And eventually the FBI came in to this particular place because, lo and behold, this individual was Atta, I believe, one of the main conspirators of 9/11. And it was interesting because my friend's dad anecdotally had the story of being somewhat friendly with this individual until he did 9/11. Let's see. Yo, PC, sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. I'm feeling better right now because I'm with the PigCake community, right? Through your virginity, like Goku from Dragon Ball Z, I'm absorbing your virginity right now through your screen. And then it's making me feel a little bit better. So I appreciate it. Ben Shapiro. The Wang Trade Center got hit by Prius planes in the 11th of Schlogtember. I feel like there's an alternate universe where that happened, right? In some weird Rick and Morty dystopia. That's how it's described. The Mind Boggler cannabis kit is back in stock. I'm not going to pick it up. I asked Chris about the cologne. I don't know if they sent them out. I did get my email, but I haven't received it. However, the Houdini Magic cologne, I do want to still review that. Because imagine a cologne that's designed for magicians. What's it going to smell like? The registry? Is it going to have odes of paste? Right? Burnt fire wallet? After smell? That'd be an interesting scent. Sorry to hear you're not feeling well, and you know what they're saying, in sickness and health, but day forward, as long as you both shall live. Yes, that's what they say on the last day of your life, the last day of your real life, until you decide to legally smell somebody else's poop within your vicinity. That's what they say. America's Canada's asshole. Canada's America's toupee. I think on that's a good way to segue into this next one. I know that I had to do something with... oh, you know what? Yeah, I guess I'll say this right now, right? You know, it's very difficult to say certain things, right? Certain virtuous things. But I really hate people like Hitler, right? I don't think he was a good guy. I really hate things like murder. I really hate things like, I don't know, poverty. These are all really hot takes that I have. And one thing that I've realized in this podcast era of 2023 is that you're going to hear hot takes like this from people that really know how to give them online, such as this one. Such as this one.
I hate when kids get murdered by their parents because I just think of their last memory being your parent trying to kill you.
I hate when kids get murdered by their parents. I hate it. As a matter of fact, I hate it like a pet peeve. I hate it like stubbing my toe. What the fuck?
I hate when kids get murdered by their parents because I just think of their last memory.
Oh, sorry, Kendall. All right, I'm sorry, Kendall, that it's one of your pet peeves when kids get murdered by their parents. What the fuck is happening with podcasts? And what's going on in 2023 with this style, right? I get it, right? You do this, whatever. Am I not in this fucking video? Am I not in this is my camera off in this fucking video? Has it been off this entire time? My goodness, what a show. What is this? What the fuck does this even mean? Explain this to me. Why this woman decided to post this video as if murdering kids is a pet peeve of hers.
I hate when kids get murdered by their parents because I just think of their last memory being your parent.
The comments obviously are blasting her in the ass, right? Why she say that like a pet peeve? Well, Janelle, I've seen you out with whatever. Okay, I bet the kids hate it even more though, right? Wild. Of course, this one copies it. I sure hope so. Why did she say it like pet peeves? We have so much in common. I hate it too. Me too. I'd be a little bit worried if you didn't. These cases are morbidly fascinating. So I guess this is like whatever, one of these sock puppets. But this is I just heard this randomly on TikTok and I lost my shit. I thought it was so fucking funny. I hate it.
I hate when kids get murdered by their parents.
And then the best part, right? One of the things that I guess people do now, including me, if you see my recent videos on Instagram, is adding the captions, right? You add the captions because people are fucking dumb or people are looking at the video without audio, so you have to add the captions. We're making videos for retarded society, right? I mentioned this before, but I remember having this argument with Julius Dean in England where he's like, no, look at this video. This video is great because I'm like, this is toilet. This is content for toilets, for when people are taking shits, essentially. And that's the content we're making in 2023. So you got to do this. So this fucking person that did this account had to put this thing and had to reinforce it by looking at the captions and said, fuck it, put it. Yeah, that's a good way to start a video. Maybe it was to get the attention, right? Maybe it was on purpose to do this, but I doubt it.
I hate when kids get murdered by their parents because I just
hate it when kids get murdered by their parents. I just hate it.
I hate when kids get murdered by their parents because I just think of their last memory being your parent.
Yeah, it just sucks, man, when kids get murdered by their parents. Dude. Gosh, man. You know, I just hate it. I just hate it. I'm sitting here right now hating it. I hate botulism. It makes me sick. I hate when kids get murdered by their parents. Because the last thing is them getting murdered by their parents. That's their last image in their heads. What if their last image is like, I don't know, fucking, like, oh shit, I guess I'm not going to have the cereal I wanted. That's fucked up. Be better, piggy. Be better.
Be better. Be better.
Be better. I hate it when kids get murdered by their parents. I really do. That's the funniest thing. I want that on a t-shirt. I had this idea of making terrible t-shirts. I've realized selling merch as a magician is awful because nobody buys your merch. Like I've had a merch line for a while. People don't want to buy it because it doesn't have anything to do with magic. And when your audience is magic related, they're not going to buy a fucking shirt. But I want to make these, like that'd be a great shirt. I really hate it when kids get murdered by their parents. I really hate it. Like, so virtuous of you to hate that, man. Fuck. I just saw that and I had to stop everything I was doing and say, no, I'm going to put this up here. There's no way this person just put on a video that she hates it. Just casually hate it when people get murdered by their parents. Be better. I bet she's fine with abortion though, says Corn Pop. Damn, man. Oh, why'd you gotta make it real and topical? When I was a kid, my friend was killed by his father in a murder-suicide. Fucked me up forever. That girl is dumb as shit. Says Hungry and Hungover. That's a very, I would say, personal way of saying it. But yeah, you're right. That's all these podcasts. If you looked at a bunch of videos that I've made, sorry to suck my own dick here, but I put a bunch of videos like being an entrepreneur. They're based on real videos. If you watch those videos that I've put, I think on YouTube Shorts. So if you look at YouTube, I put them here. If you see them on Instagram or TikTok, where I'm talking in this format, right, saying ridiculous things. Like I was with my team the other day, and we were considering different ways to create capital and create an income flow. And one of the things we came up with is selling Q-tips. See, everybody needs Q-tips. Right? And these videos are based on real people. They're based on videos that I've seen before of people unironically doing entrepreneurship shit on Instagram or TikTok. It's the same shit with this of, oh, are you somebody that's, let me just put a microphone and then now you have a podcast saying dumb shit. Like, I hate it when kids get murdered by their parents. I really hate it, man. It's just shitty. Fuck. It's such a interesting place so we've come to in 2023. Before, in order to make content, you had to essentially sign your life away. You had to talk to a production company and then do costly things. And then YouTube came in and people realized, oh, I could just independently create. And yes, whereas that's good, that's also bad because we've had this influx of mommy bloggers and fake influencers and all these other fucking terms that if you would have told somebody 10 years ago, they would have been like, what are you talking about? Influencer? What is that? What is an influencer? Now they're just part and parcel of living in 2023. Let's see. What's the other one that I had here? I know I have a couple. I hate this fucking angle. I don't know what I did today, but I set this camera up and I hate the way it looks. Nothing about this makes me happy. But let's see here. I really hate it. Let me see if I can play this one last time to make me happy.
I hate when kids get murdered by their parents because
I hate when kids get murdered by their parents. That's so good. That is so fucking good. You know what? I'm glad. I'm taking back everything we said. I'm so glad that people like that exist because that's something I'm going to be repeating to myself forevermore. I hate it when kids get killed by their parents. This is, I guess, something that I saw recently from Captain Disillusion. Right? He's a YouTuber that's I've been watching forever now. AIDS. This isn't the video, but this is what it's based on. And it's a magician. Self-explanatory. Homeboy grabs a card and presses it through a glass. And I remember seeing this shit years ago and wondering how in the Cinnamon Toast Crunch did this fucker put that card and then squeeze that bitch, and then the fucking orangutan grabs it. Spoiler. Right? Dude just grabs it. What the fuck? So I remember seeing this years ago, and then it's interesting, obviously, because people speculate different methods. Comments are always the worst place if you're a magician. Let me just briefly come back here. If you post anything magic related, it's inevitable that you're going to get comments of people guessing the method badly, right? You're going to get a couple different types of comments. Either or. The worst ones are from magicians when they go, "Hey, man, nice double lift there. I really appreciate your technique on the pass. Very smooth. Smooth DL, man. Hey, man, nice control, dude. Dude, I really appreciate how you put time into that pass, man. You know? Hey, the use of your thumb tip? Nice." Letting them know, hey, I'm aware. I know how you did that because I'm one of you. That's the worst way to do it. But then you also have these, like a layperson, and they'll speculate to the method horrendously. It's like that Pete Holmes bit where you see a levitation and somebody just goes, "Magnets." How could it be magnets? Right? How could it be whatever the fuck? Let's just do an experiment here and see if I'm talking out of my ass. I'm going to look through these comments and see if there's anyone here. You could just see, actually, all these comments are very positive as to the gorilla. None of them are actually speculating on the method, so my argument is completely moot based on this video. You could see a rectangle shape, which appears to be the edge of the card, and it slides right up in his sleeve. So, yeah, okay. So I'm actually wrong in this particular video. Usually you have a bunch of people speculating with ridiculous methods. But Captain D made a video on this shit, which was interesting because anytime he posts, you look at the production quality of this motherfucker, and it's just unbelievable. Let me lower this a little bit. But every time, I don't know if you're familiar, right? He's just the little things that this guy does.
Well, that a playing card can't go through glass. So what we're seeing here,
right? Just the little cuts. Look at this shit.
So let's put our collective
my
experience
goodness.
casually spotting the effects and perfections in viral videos to good use.
I imagine to edit
exactly how this
20 seconds of his video would probably take maybe like a week. I feel, at least to me, it would take a week, and I'd have to learn the shit just to edit 20 seconds of the video. Just look at this, the tracking. Oh.
Except, even if we take for granted that all the beats of their behavior lined up,
it's a great video. So I just want to mention here because obviously Magic Channel. But I just saw that before I watched the video, or before I did this live stream, and I found it interesting. Just the way he did it, because it was a video that I've seen forever ago. And I always wondered, how the fuck did this guy do it? And he does a great explanation talking about it. Let's look at some comments here. I'm sorry, I don't want to ignore you guys here, think that I'm too full of my own shit because, well, look at PigCake. The success has gotten to his head. It's like he doesn't even have to shill his...
I know a lot about you, like why you're watching this ad, and it's specifically because you've looked up magic tricks. Well, hey there, my name's PigCake, and I've been doing magic trick tutorials on YouTube for the better part of 6 years. And I'm here to tell you about the PigCake Magic Academy with over 1,200 videos already uploaded, designed to make you an expert magician. You get access to all the content the moment you sign up, and I'm uploading every single week. As a matter of fact, I uploaded a video today. Just look at that list of moves, tricks, ideas that you're gonna get access to the moment you sign up. It doesn't end. As a matter of fact, I could stop talking completely, and the list is still gonna keep going. Just look. So check it out, the PigCake Magic Academy. The link is going to be below. I go with you, but I'm stuck in this video. But I'll wait for you to go ahead and click it. Go ahead, you know you want to.
Look at that beautiful long hair. Taken by a British mentalist and his stupid mentalist ways. And I got to grow in, and I'm going through the awkward phase now. Oh, God. I should have just cut the split ends. Instead, no, let's just cut the whole thing off. Deal with it. Took me, I don't know how many years, maybe 3 years, 4 years to grow that. So let's see. Did my glowing comment gets censored? I'm not sure. YouTube automatically censors. I put it so that it doesn't censor comments, but it obviously does because it's YouTube. And they have to make sure that you don't get your feelings hurt. So let's look through these comments here. You know that trans body positivity influencer that says she's a 10. I would like to know your opinion or reaction. Well, this is a person that got popular recently. I believe they have the body shape of Snorlax. And they keep referring to themselves as a bad bitch. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm allowed to even mention my opinion of that here on YouTube. But I would say that particular individual... They look like, I don't know if you ever seen them. What's that? The thumbs? Is it from Spy Kids? Where they have those thumbs that just walk like this and it's a giant thumb. It kind of looks like that. Not necessarily the biggest fan of that particular type of look, but it might be up your alley. Might be up your alley. I didn't know that the person was trans. However, I just thought they were identified as a... Fuck. That was a joke. That was a good one, too.
I know a lot of...
Fuck. I thought they identified as a beanbag. There you go. That's what I want to say. Right. Oh, boy. Of all the comments, imagine I come back and I read that comment. Let's see. By the way, I think I sent you a link to a weapons expert testing the magic appearing wand as a weapon. I haven't seen it. And that's probably YouTube censoring the links. So maybe you could send me the latter portion of it. And I'll see if I could play it. I love how Piggy said, sorry to suck my own dick. Like chat isn't full of people convinced he would spend the whole stream begging about it if he would do it. Yeah, I know, right? I would. Can I? I could probably. If we're talking about literally sucking my own dick. I meant it metaphorically, Mike. Joe Rogan gave any idiot the idea that they could sit their couch and say things into a microphone and become successful. They lack the life experience and connection to celebrities, I guess. But then again, look at this, right? See, this podcast, the theme is life through the perspective of a shitty magician. And I thought that's an interesting take on things, right? Because, well, even though there's we are legion as magicians, we're still scum to the rest of the planet. So might as well see if your boy has a different take on things than maybe you have. And maybe we could have a back and forth. So I thought that was interesting. Still irrelevant to the grand scheme of things if you really think about it. Daniel Madison did it first. I assume you're talking about a window, a card being shot through a window. 7 million nerds started talking about Daniel Madison. Yeah, nerds, be better. All right. This is the Gaberhood. We're not here to talk about Daniel Madison.
This is the Gaberhood, and you are not welcome.
It's hard to shoehorn that in. I got to tell you, I might not keep that one. It's too aggressive, right? There's no way to segue that one correctly without like fucking, what's the term? Shoehorn. I think shoehorning it in might be the actual term there. The ape is in on it. The ape is on 9/11. The ape is on 9/11. That's the sort of productive comments you come and find here. Thank you, Robert Dobbs, on the PigCake community. The ape did 9/11. God fucking damn it. The implication, Ben Shapiro says, is that some people don't hate it when kids get murdered by their parents. Also, when parents murder their kids. That's the implication, that it's a different take. It's like, oh, this might be a little bit weird, but I hate it when kids get murdered by their parents. He hasn't posted a debunked video in a long time. Watched the video as a live stream, and it couldn't figure it out, so he made a debunked video about it. That's funny, right? Homeboy says, nah, fuck it. Hold my gloves. I got this. 54 subs, frozen in time. 55K subs, I'll have you know. Okay? I'll have you know, buddy. However long it's taken to get to this point. Oh, God, what a rough one. Jesus. Getting subs on YouTube is not easy. All right, especially when you're this guy over here getting the dozens of views that he gets per video. So good. It's so reinforcing to me to keep making content every time I look at my view count on YouTube. Right? Come on, YouTube. I make dick jokes while I do card tricks. Is that bad? That really bad? Help me. All right. I want more people to see it. I believe firmly. It might just be me coping with the fact that this content might not be relevant to the populace. But I feel like if more eyes got on it, people would like it. People would take a, oh, wow, look at that. It's a trick, but it's different because he's not full of his own shit. Right? All these tutorials are overly fake positive people, which are lying to you. They're all lying to you. They all take poops. Right? Meanwhile, your boy comes in aggressive, coughing, making black jokes. Right? It's different. And I think there's an audience for that. See, look at that. Like there is an audience. There are a bunch of people that say that the apes on 9/11. So that's the... this one is the reason why I titled this video Forex Magicians. There's something that this video does, or this account does, to my insides. It is an entire account dedicated to people in Forex, which, if you're not familiar, Forex is foreign exchange, right? It's a way of capitalizing on, it's like stocks, essentially. I'm not really into stocks. I'm not really into Forex. I have some stocks that I've bought passively, crypto, passively. By me mentioning crypto, by the way, when this video goes up, there's going to be a bot that puts comments on the video, and it's going to go, oh, I learned my crypto tactics from this person, and it's going to populate a bunch of fake comments just by me mentioning the word crypto. But this makes me feel happy because every time I see these, I know people like this, right? There are these, they'll hit you up on Facebook from 20 years ago, and they'll go, hey, dude, good to see you again. I just saw you in my feed, and I want to hit you up real quick. And you go, hey, man, good to see you. I hope everything's well. And they go, yeah, everything's been well because I've been getting into Forex. Have you heard about Forex? And then you go, oh, you've become indoctrinated. And it's one of these people. I know one that tried to get me on Primerica years ago. Super sweet guy. Nice fella, but he hit me up saying, hey, man, I have a project that I need help with. And I'm like, yeah, of course. Right? I'm a very giving guy, especially with my time. I'll help in any way that I can, in any shape that I can, in any way. If I fucking... trying to think of other ways to say that, but unfortunately my tongue got tied there. I help in any way that I can, right? That's the point. So I go and it ends up being a pitch. It ends up being one of these fucking pitches for this multi-level marketing bit. And then the guy's like, hey, I'm not going to let you leave until you call 3 people. You got to call 3 people that maybe could help you out or help me out with this project. I'm like, you're scamming me here, buddy. Like, what are you trying to... So obviously I mentioned people that I want to fuck with. And then I sent him on his very merry way. But still a scam. And it's the same with this. And you're going to hear a lot of positive affirmations. Let me see if I could find this video. This is the best one. Oh, God, so good.
You're all going to become rich. Relax, chill. It's coming. Your time is coming. Just be patient. Go through the process. Understand the game. And just know everything is going to fall into place. But like Spiller was saying, right?
Are y'all feeling it? Like, if it's about spilling, then it's going to lose momentum. Can I say that? I said it over there, I'm saying it here. If it's about spilling, it's going to lose momentum.
Oh, God. I mean, this one says, if you knew somebody who was in Forex, send them this to show how goofy they look. So it's like a PowerPoint presentation with a graph that I guarantee you nobody here knows how to interpret. This guy himself, who's probably giving a speech, doesn't know how to interpret it. It's a multi-level marketing scam, right? It's an MLM. You have to buy in. You have to pay fees every month. But they have a lot of these positive affirmations, right? They'll have a lot of these parties where you show up and they go, look, based on the knowledge that you got from here, now you could be independent, but you have to sign up people to your team. No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. You don't have to do any of that for Forex or stocks or anything like that. But that's a scam. And just watching these videos.
Those are nice cups. Tonight there will be crown in this.
Okay.
They're always popping one bottle. That's my favorite thing about these videos. You always notice that there's a lot of people recording themselves and they encourage them to go. They go, hey, record this shit, send it on Instagram. So your Instagram account is essentially one of these scam accounts now. And there's always one bottle that they share amongst like 30 people. It is the funniest shit. You got homeboys like this coming up.
If you feeling good, say hell yeah. Hell yeah. I ain't feel that one. I said if you feeling good, say hell yeah. All right. So I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be real.
Oh, God, so fucking cringy. Okay, let me turn the audio off, right? But you see them. There was one party in particular. Let me see if I could find that one. This guy's out here rapping while looking at these graphs, these candle graphs. Let me see if I could show one in particular. That was, this guy shows his phone, right? Showing the app, I guess whatever stock app that he has on his phone. And he's in the negative. He's in the fucking negative. Let's see if I could find that one. Money in minutes. Everybody has their laptops out. Nobody knows what they're doing. Nobody knows what to invest in. They're just fucking part of this MLM shit. Oh, come on, man. I know I saw this video recently. Let me see if I could find it. They got fake gold bars, dude. Look at this. Come on, man. It's the goofiest shit. This guy's calling. Come on. Come on. If you have to buy in to whatever the fuck it is, it's a scam. You don't have to have anybody tell you this. If you have to pay monthly dues to this thing, it's a scam. I don't understand what they see in this. But it's great to watch, and it's great to make fun of. Let me see if I could find the party, though. Because one of the people in the party just shows his phone, and he is straight up in the negatives. Not even close. And they encourage them to take their phones out and start recording and put it on their Instagram and say, this is what you're missing out. They encourage people to FaceTime your relatives. Oh, God. That's the fastest way to get blocked. Let me see if they have, is this it? I don't know if this one's a party. It's just a bunch of blabble and nonsense. Let me see. This one they're talking, I believe they're on FaceTime. They're trying to get this one person. Oh. 30 Nissan Altimos parked outside. The comments here are also brutal. That's the other part. The comments here are just brutal, destroying any person that's ever joined one of these. But I wanted to find the fucking one. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to find it like I did before. Maybe if I did some show prep accurately, I would have been able to post it up here. But it was a great one, and I wish that I just had that screenshot, because one guy shows his phone. But it's the best thing to look at. If you're ever bored, just look at these. I guess this is an account on TikTok, Ish Too Funny, and they specifically dedicated to this particular type of MLM. But, oh, God. The deal with these people, too, by the way, I mean, the one from Primerica that I mentioned earlier is one that I actually physically dealt with. The other one that I've dealt with are various comments and DMs where they hit you up on Instagram, and it's always the same type of vibe. It's always overly positive. The moment the greetings are done, so, hi, haven't heard from you in a while. Hey, man, good to catch up. And then the next comment is going to be, oh, I'm doing great. I just wanted to let you know that I'm doing this, and I'm starting my own this, and I'm just looking for a team of, and then that's when you know, okay, you got roped in. What are you going to try to sell me, huh? Makeup? Are you going to try to tell me that if I have my own team, all I have to do is I'm my own boss? It's a reverse funnel system. It's not a pyramid. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's an upside down flower. It's a reverse umbrella funnel cake system. What? It's always the best. Mystery Arts Inc. Piggy, love you. Miss you. Give me a call coming up. Mystery Arts Inc. Right, look at how professional that looks. I can't see the logo there. Can I click on the account? No, I can't even click on the fucking account. Go to channel. Thank you, YouTube, for bringing that feature back. I want to see the logo there. Mystery Arts Inc. Looking profesh. profesh as fuck there. Scammers are cooks. But yeah, it's the best. It's the best. If you ever want to feel better about yourself, just look at those MLM scammers and look at how it looks like recorded. And they encourage, that's the worst part. They encourage you, hey, no, you got to call these people. Give me the phone number of these people, because that's how they spread the web of lies. That's how they spread through and poison more people. I knew one lady when I was working at the school, and this was the funniest thing ever. This lady got me again with a project. And I'm so nice because I'm like, oh, yeah, let me help you out. I thought she was a custodian at the school that I worked for. And she's there, and I'm there trying to fucking do some lesson plans, trying my best not to hang myself, right? And she goes, do you make good money here? As she's cleaning the floor, and I go, I make decent money. Like, I don't work a lot of hours, but I make decent money, I believed. She's telling me, are your dreams, like, do you have can you follow your dreams with the money you're making from here? Mind you, again, right, not to be rude, but she's cleaning the floor as she's telling me these things, right, of the room that I'm teaching in. So, wouldn't you like to be free? And I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? What do you... And she tells me, oh, I have a project, and she starts being generic, and I have a project that you could help me with. It's for school. This is what she tells me. And then, lo and behold, some lady's calling me, trying to get me to meet up with her about some business transaction, some negocio that I have pending with her. She's like, oh, I could come to your house. I'm like, I'm not going to let you in my fucking house. What? So me helping this particular individual, right, stretched to this weird web of, now I'm dealing with like 2 or 3 other people that are calling me. And now every time she comes into the room, she's giving me a nasty look saying, hey, yeah, you really missed out on helping me out. They're guilting me because I'm like, oh, I'm good. I don't want to deal with any of this anymore. I'm sorry. This isn't what I thought it was. Oh, God. It was great, though, because it's just like, she's just picking up gum from the floor, like telling me, Are you happy with the money you're making here? Are you going to have enough money to do the things you want in your dreams? What are you talking about, lady? Come on. Have a little bit of introspection here. But I assume that she got ripped off. And she was trying to push it off on people. Magician reacts to magicians. Magician reacts to magicians debunking Forex scams. Gold bars are fake? I feel like that was created with AI. Somehow AI said, hey, let's come up with a title for YouTube that's going to catch them. That's going to make them want to stick around for the video. And you have like a shocking thumbnail, like Mr. Beast, where it's like a blind kid that could see for the first time. I'd click on that video for sure. Jason, good to see you around here. PigCake is turning into Daniel, says Michael Lawrence. Don't say that. Don't fucking say that. You're too kind. Reverse funnel like Philly. I don't know if I have my Discord open here. Usually I would like to take phone calls. I don't know if I have the ability on my computer. I know that I have a Discord, but maybe also the link here is expired in my actual chat, because I'd love to see if anybody had any experiences with MLMs. But leave it in the chat if you have any experiences dealing with these scammers. The Forex ones are the funniest, because the Forex ones, again, they're taking something that's pre-established in the ability to generate funds, like stocks, like foreign exchange. Same thing with Primerica. They're taking something that could generate income, like real estate, and they go, no. Let's figure out a way to fuck this up and make this so that we make money, and then you don't make as much money as we do, but you think you're going to make more money. Let's do it that way. Let's figure it out. So that's the funniest thing. And then Magic had that for a little while, I think. Back. Not MLMs, but they had a little bit of the weird ClickFunnels thing. Right? It wasn't necessarily pyramid schemes, but I saw a bunch of magicians doing those weird fucking, oh, hey, join my course, right? Meanwhile, yeah, I'm shilling the PigCake Magic Academy, but it's there. It's in the open. It's on Patreon. It's not through this web of sales funnel techniques, click funnels that you have to click down. And then you find a weird website where, hey, if you click on this website within the next 30 minutes, you get a 50% off. But for that who's doing it? Paul Vu? was doing it. Jabrizi was definitely doing it. There were a couple magicians. I think, what is it? Sleight of Tongue did a great video on it. I might just watch it after this stream, just because it was so fucking funny that every time you click on the video, it'd be as if the guy was live holding an iPad going, oh, good for you to join. We're about to do a live stream. And if you're going to join, you could click on this and you could actually get 75% off the course. And you look at the course and it's the worst sort of shit you imagine. The worst coin tricks, the worst like ways of doing anything. Oh, God. Did you see Mr. Beast offering 10K on Insta? Yeah, I've also seen every single shotty that I follow on my personal Instagram posting that on their story, right? And just getting flooded by Mr. Beast 10K posts on my fucking feed. It's just, okay, we get it. But here's the thing. You're not going to win. You're not going to win, dude. Let's see. You should have BS'd and got a free cleaning. A free cleaning. Oh, I guess you're talking about the MLM stuff. We miss Daniel and you need to get him live once in a while. Maybe. I mean, I did a live stream maybe a year ago with Daniel here, and I was already annoyed by him. I don't know the next time he's coming by to Miami, but I'll see if we can put something together. Reverse funnel like Philly. Already read that. Get all your butts to give you a couple $100 and then tell them to go and do the same. Simple, right? You could do it with money, technically. Hey, give me a couple $100 and then I'm going to get people to give me a couple $100 and then you could just do the same and just keep doing that. And then you could generate money. It's the same thing. The only difference is the product that's in the middle is the middleman is what essentially, but then you're buying the product from a bigger company that's making all the money. Oh, and the LuLaRoe shit from a couple years ago, it's always like these, oh, hey, be your own entrepreneur. It's not hard to do your own shit. You have sources of warehouses in China that you could buy your shit from, which is where they get their shit. You could find them easily online. You could start an LLC. Right now I'm sounding like one of these fucking fake entrepreneur shit, but start an LLC, invest in buying the stock, create a website, and then sell them. The fuck? But then meanwhile, what the MLM is saying is, oh, here's the stock. We've already done the middleman work, but you could buy the stock off of us. And then, oh, you want to make the money back? Well, just sell the shit that we sell you. This is the Gaberhood.
This is the Gaberhood, and you are not welcome.
See? Doesn't work. Doesn't work. I might need to reconsider that one. Did you say you were a teacher? Also, I heard something about writing a syllabus earlier when you were talking about the mop lady, or I imagined it. I was a teacher. Many years ago. As a matter of fact, how many years ago? 2017. Oh, God. So since 2017, your boy's been here. YouTube entrepreneur. But yeah, 2017, I was a teacher. And that's when I specifically remembered that MLM attempt at my heart, or attempt at my wallet, rather. Just there doing lesson plans and having this person come in, cleaning the floor, right? Cleaning the floor. Just there doing that shit, telling me, are you happy with the life you have right now? Wouldn't you want to go and travel? She's telling me like essentially the same shit that sell them on a lifestyle. Don't sell them the product, sell them the lifestyle. All right, come on. Don't work for your clients, PigCake 2023. Those videos, I hope you watch those videos that I posted about entrepreneurship. And I hope that in turn has entrepreneurship videos come in your feed and you see the real ones, the ones of people posting them unironically. And you see that there's no fucking difference. There's one that I posted about going into a restaurant dressed in a tank top. And then it's all about how you do it. That's a real one. That's one that I saw where a guy says, hey, walk into a restaurant wearing a t-shirt, a very high-end restaurant, and then have people command respect for you. I'm like, what are you talking about? So I did the same one. It's the same shit. So I hope that happens and you see the fucking, because then the parody becomes just, The biggest scam is gold. They use tungsten because it's about the same weight as gold, but they use a gold shell. Yeah, but there are ways to figure that out, right? Chemical test. Even with the bars of gold, no? They drill into it and then they get the filings and they test those if they really care about it. Let's see. You should start fake selling Sankey's old tricks, like 3 a day, with their own vid, and see how long it takes him to realize it's a gag. I'm sure he'd probably send me a cease and desist immediately. We're cool. Like, he'll send me a message every once in a while or a comment, which is also crazy because obviously I grew up watching Sankey. But it's really funny that what do you call this? I feel like all that like niceness and friendship would end, and he'd lawyer up and be like, "Oh, you're selling my shit. All right." I'd get immediately a letter to my address. I hope you're shit posting when you're old and look like Eugene Levy. I need that in my life. Somebody said that I look like the guy from fucking Big Bang Theory, and I wanted to shoot up a small. I can't say that on YouTube, but you know what I mean, right? Change some lives. Go to a nearby mall and change some lives. You could kind of fill in the blanks there. Big Bang Theory is the worst show of all time. Every character in the show is awful. For you to compare any of those characters and say that they look like me is my N-word. It's disgusting. And that's insulting to me, to my religion, to my race. To say that I look like any one of those characters from the Big Bang Theory. Oh, God. Gross. The Big Bang Theory is the least funniest show of all time. You have negative laughs. I used to watch about a minute of it because I think it would go after Everybody Loves Raymond. And it's just so unfunny. Oh, look, it's a bunch of nerdy virgins being nerdy. Oh, yeah, that's so good. I want to watch this some more. And there's the whole cult following of it. You see it every once in a while pop up on Reddit. And it's just the least funny show of all time. I don't understand why people find it funny. The characters are not interesting. They're not charming. They're not quirky. There's no redeeming quality. They're a bunch of mentally ill virgins. So, what's the last one? Speaking of mentally ill virgins, YouTube pranks are making a comeback, right? This is one I saw on Twitter. This is, I believe, the world famous somebody has a gun prank. Oh, somebody has a gun prank, right? This is one that you see often. The Brits make fun of us because obviously we tend to have a lot of shootings. And, well, this one is a prank that capitalizes on that. Let's see if I could play it for you guys here.
No! He got good! He got good!
So you can see what's going on, right? I feel like you could see exactly what's going on here. It's a group with youth, and they're walking into what looks like to be a fairly crowded restaurant, saying that somebody has a gun, and then running. I believe that's a felony. I believe that fun YouTube prank is a felony. So I don't know where people get their balls now, right? Where it's just, just a quirky little felony, right? I could just write it off. Let's see what they say. Yeah, it's not a prank, it's a felony. But it's lucky to get himself or somebody else shot. This isn't even remotely funny. I remember, what's his name? Who's that guy that did magic tricks? Evan Era. Didn't he do that prank with he dressed up as an Arab? And then obviously his pranks were fake, right? This seems very real. But he would go for a book bag and take it off and then throw it and go, Allah Akbar, and then run away. Or I think he would just drop it and then run away. And then people would obviously, oh, it's a bomb. It's the same sort of vibe, right? The same sort of. My favorite pranks were stepping on Jordans in the hood prank. Those are my favorite pranks from back in the day, where they just step on Jordans in the hood. Some people obviously fake these. And then they would have a level of like acting. Oh, hey, man, I'm going to come in. I'm doing a video. I'm going to step on your shoes or pretend to. Then you could just fight me and then we'll just record it. Right? They were all usually done that way. Some people, not knowing that these videos were fake, decided to copy the videos and actually step on Jordans in the hood and would get knocked out. So it's the same vibe, here. But these people did it for real, and they're mentally ill. They're mentally ill, retarded people, and there's something that you should learn from. Never to do that. Don't do that. I don't understand pranks, right? Pranks in my day used to be, oh, hey, do you want to stick a gum? And you'd grab the gum and it'd go, "Pah," and you go, ah, ha, ha. Or, oh, she shocked me. Oh, right? Now pranks are like, oh, hey, man, give me all your shit. Ha ha, poo. Oh, I shot you? Prank. Subscribe. Follow my TikTok. Pranks really aren't the same. I like how you got a checklist here. Talk about got a gun. Yeah, I do have a list. It's how I keep myself organized. But if you see the actual things that I write down, it's actually kind of interesting, right? So it's just like, for example, for the last live stream, fat girls, mean girls. The things aren't really too defined. Corey Feldman, that was one from before. Forex people, YouTube pranks. Hot girls are so dumb. I hate it when. So it's just to keep me grounded. PigCake, you should give out Popeyes in the hood for free, says Iker. Well, I realized the other day, I'm in the hood. This is the hood. There's a liquor store. I could buy a gun. They sell scooters a block away. Yeah, I live in the hood. So I thought that I lived in like the good part that was in the peripheral of the hood. No, this is pretty hood. But it's like Latin hood. It's different. It's not the same. And there's a lot of prankster YouTube from Florida's. You should collab. I ran into one. I remember that. Doing Vitali. God, it's so obnoxious, these losers. But I was recording the 50K video, and I see this loser pull by in a truck, and he goes, hey, YouTube, haha, hey, me. I'm like, all right. Yeah, trying to shoot a video here, buddy. It's the same guy, I think. He stormed one of these award shows. Ugh. Pranks are funniest when they go wrong and the clickbait isn't clickbait. Pranks are the funniest when the videos end up being on the news, right? So they don't have time to post the videos because the incident hit the news first. Those are the best prank videos. I remember fondly that couple, that YouTube prankster couple, that the guy held like a phone book and the girlfriend was like, I'm going to shoot through the phone book. And she shoots it and she kills him. And then that ended up on the news before it was posted because it was murder, technically. Or manslaughter? I don't think it was murder. I don't know what the rules on that are. Are we ever going to see Sankey, Piggy Sankey fist fight? Damn, that's an old school meme. Because Jay Sankey blocked me on Twitter. I think he still has me blocked on Twitter. Let me see. I remember I posted a thing saying I want to fist fight Jay Sankey. And Sankey Magic. Let's see. Sankey Magic. At Sankey Magic. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's his official one. I can't find it on Twitter. So I assume he still has me blocked from probably 6 years ago. My goodness. That was a long time ago. So that's a long time meme. Look at that. Long time members of the Piggy Spear here, Corn Pop. So I'm not sure if we're ever going to see a Piggy fist fight. I also mentioned that I wanted to fight Illusionist's Strongest when I reach 100K. But I feel like I would never reach 100K on this channel. So that's probably not going to happen. But if it ever happens, I do want to go to the Illusionist Warehouse in California and then challenge them to a fight. And then it'd be funny when nobody from the team is at the warehouse. Right? That's the meme. That's the bit. You ran into Vitali? He's a fucking legend. Yeah, he's fucking retarded. He's so dumb. He got arrested for some weird thing, some battery. Wouldn't it be Dwayne? Yeah, but they're not at the warehouse. Oh, the Strongest, right? If we're talking about the Strongest from Illusionist. But I remember I said this with like Bobby Mata when he was in the team, and he's like this fucking jacked guy that does mentalism. I'm going to a Sankey lecture this month, hopefully. Tell him I said hi if you see Sankey. Say, hey, Piggy says he loves you and he wants to rub your bald head. Right? I don't know how he'll take to that. But tell him that regardless, Michael, and see how that goes. I've never been to a lecture convention. I'm fairly hyped about it. It's always interesting, right? It's always interesting. It's always a fun thing. Not to sound like a complete virgin, but I always make fun of it. But whenever you hang out with magicians, it's always an interesting thing. You learn things, you pick little things back and forth. So it's always a good experience. So if it's your first time, you're definitely going to get shocked by how many like-minded individuals are going to run into you. I just hate it when my girlfriend murders their boyfriend. God damn, I almost boogied all over myself. How was your time with Marcos and Ruby, says Jose Antonio Arenas. It was good. I was drunk. I realized at the Elks Lodge that they don't know necessarily about the price of liquor. So I got rums and cokes for like $2 each. So I was loaded watching them lecture. They're watching Marcos lecture. And he was doing some interesting stuff with cards. Ruby did this. He has this Ruby cup, which is just fucking sick. Oh, God. And I was demolished by the time we went to another guy's house. Alexander Blade, I believe is his name. Interesting name. And he kept feeding us wine. He's this very nice Cuban man. Very hospitable. And kept feeding us just fucking wine. And I was demolished. I still have Ruby's shirt there that I have to give to him at some point. But that was a fun time, Jose Antonio. I imagine you saw the Instagram post. Is that where? I didn't even see if they posted anything. So I'm not sure how you knew that unless I mentioned it earlier, or that you heard me mention it earlier in the stream. I'd pay to see that. That's funny. Fuck. Brad Christian is the strongest. Real men wear eyeliner and shoot laptops. You can't handle that. Yeah, that's true. And I saw the first cut of the video that when they posted that Back to Black one. And it shows a more extensive gun collection than the one shown in the final cut. So I hate that they cut that out from the video because it was great because you just see a bunch of guns. I'm like, oh, all right. So you can't sneak up on Brad because he'll just blow you away. He's got cum catchers. That guy could do smoke tricks like a 12-year-old Asian kid found the first vape pen. Yeah, I saw it, and I know Marcos personally. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, it was great. It was a good time. They're very nice, very humble dudes. Just the coin stuff that this guy was doing was next level shit with that cup, too, because it just sounds like it's just a beautiful thing. It sounds exactly like there's a cup inside, but you could show it to be empty. Amazing shit. Marcos had this other great thing with a fly. But the unfortunate thing is, again, you're doing lectures for people that look like they're about to fall over, which is funny because I should hit him up and be like, hey, I have a lecture if you guys want to see it. I do magic tricks online. So I should do it and take it as practice for those old people. But I feel like they're not going to get my humor, right? Because my entire lecture, I don't know if I have it here on my Google Drive. I know that I've accidentally leaked the link and somebody sent me it, but thank God I put it as private because I wouldn't want you to fucking read it. But let me see if I could put it here. Drive. Let's go and see if I could find it. Lecture. The whole lecture is based on lying, right? It's based on lying and telling a farce. So Piggy's lecture notes, right? You can see my face there. Let me see if I could read it. Hello, friends and Hello, friends and fans of former lead singer of the band Survivor, Jimmy Jamison, who unfortunately passed away in 2014 because of cocaine. Seriously, Jimmy, you couldn't wait until I saw you in concert to die. These are my lecture notes regarding the lecture you just happened to watch. First of all, I would like to apologize for having watched that. I'm sure that there were many racially insensitive jokes made, as well as comments made at the expense of others that could be misconstrued as offensive. However, I at least hope you enjoyed the magic portion of the lecture. I'd spend the better part of the past 21 years, so I need to change that to 23 years, performing, creating, and unfortunately watching a lot of these magicians. So I have some bits here, right? Actually, you know what? I don't have this written out to the point that I thought I did. Turns out I have not a lot written, but it's a work in progress, right? So I have a good portion of a lecture notes finished or done. So that would be, I guess I would have to finish that. Yeah, I saw the murder part really ruined her YouTube career, but she's trying. I don't know what you're talking about there. This is the end portion of the stream, by the way, where it's just your comments, right? You've heard me talk a lot, but then now I want to see what you guys have to say, if you have to say anything at all. And then we could end it there because, yeah, because it would be shitty if I just kept the stream on forever. You'd see some weird things. You'd see my naked body walking around. Today I helped my friend move his couch, and I came back and just took my clothes off because it is 93 degrees here in Miami, Florida. Even now that the sun is essentially set, it is it's 88 now, but it was 93 outside moving a couch. Oh, and of course, guess what happens? Guess what happens? Because I live next door, the 26 Cubans that managed to fit inside of a 2-bedroom house, they see us throwing out the couch and they go, hey, just bring the couches over. So you couldn't wait till we had already put the couches down, right? No, you couldn't wait till you saw us moving the first couch. You had to wait till we're done moving all 3 couches, these heavy-ass 1990s couches. And then you say, hey, can you move those couches that you guys just dropped off in the street and put them here? Like, yeah, all right. And the worst part is that they're right, when I open a door, they're right there, the couches. And I'm willing to bet that they're going to stay there. So anytime I open a door to get a cigar, to have some coffee in the morning, I'm going to see them sitting on the couch. The couch. It's a leather couch. It's not an outdoor couch. But it's going to be outside because of the Cubans. Because of my people. My own people. My goodness. There's a new type of Cuban that I'm not a fan of. Corn Pop says, you know, my biggest pet peeve, the Holocaust.
This is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
I guess it works in the same way of be better, right? Because it's saying you're not welcome here. So I guess that's where that drop could work. But other than that, my goodness. What's this one? Her last upload was 8 months ago. She's talking about dating. She has a new channel. Who are you talking about, honey? Maybe you're talking about before. Yeah, Mona Lisa came back to YouTube and did live podcasts, but people kept reminding her that she killed her kid's dad. Damn. Who's the Casey Anthony? Right? Is that the one that murdered? Let me see if I could find Google.com. I have to go to Google on fucking Edge because, of course. Right? So let me go here. There's pictures of Casey Anthony. Thick. Let me see if I could find this here. Casey Anthony. Some pictures that came out recently of her looking thick as fuck. I don't know if it's this one. Yeah, it might be. That she killed someone. I think her kid or some shit. But obviously all the comments were thirsting. Right? Over this right here. Yeah, she is definitely certified thick. You could say that. Right? She's got a dumpy on her. But obviously unforgivable. Right? Doesn't matter how thick you are. Or did she kill someone in her? There was someone that involved a murderous thing. My goodness. Would I do a 24-hour sleep stream? No. No, that sounds like an awful time. Any 24-hour stream sounds like a fucking nightmare. 3 hours is a fucking nightmare. Oh. I think we're good. I'm dying. You're dying. How can I end a stream? Oh, with some advice. Let's see. Oh, boy. These are good. Right? Lens wipes. They're alcohol pads. You could use them and open them. The best part of these is those smelling them. Right? Because they kind of have that alcohol smell. And when you can't smell because you're sick, you could still get the fumes. So